Hey guys, Scott here. According to DBD leaks, who are usually pretty accurate in terms of their leaks, there is going to be some sort of a low prio queue in Dead by Daylight. I'm not sure exactly when. It might be for the patch for when the night-related killer comes out. That's probably why they're able to have this information now. But that's just conjecture on my part. And if you're not aware what a low prio queue is, essentially in a lot of games there is a specific queue for people that get reported a lot or that abandon matches a lot or have been deemed to be cheaters or things like that. So they all just sort of get grouped in with each other. And it's sort of like a funny scenario where all of the deplorables of the community are forced to play with each other. Frankly, I think it's a very hilarious thing and it's fitting punishment for a lot of people that do these things. But in Dead by Daylight, I feel like it'd be a bit more complicated. Now, the way apparently this is going to work, at least for now, is not quite like a low prio queue. In fact, it's more like a high prio queue. So the people that are cheating or abandoning matches or doing something that's worthy of reports, if they accumulate enough reports, people on the safe list right now, which is just Fog Whispers apparently, will never encounter those players in their match. So it's actually a high prio queue, not a low prio queue. And this is triggered by, I guess, mass reports for cheating and exploits and things like that. So that's a pretty scary subject when you sort of automate that process, which is why it's probably limited to Fog Whispers right now. So before people get super outraged by this, we got to look at it from a couple of realistic angles. First off, this is not even a feature in the game yet. This is just a leak, so it's probably not even active yet. And if it is, this is most likely a test run, because who better to test with than content creators that you have a direct line of communication with? It just makes sense, right? So you can see if their experience has been better, if it's been working, if they don't encounter cheaters anymore, if this is going to be something that actually improves the experience, and then maybe we can roll it out to a larger amount of the player base. The thing is, though, when you roll it out to a larger amount of player base, I get a little scared because I have a feeling people report in Dead by Daylight for the dumbest possible reasons. I guarantee there are people reporting for face camping and tunneling. I guarantee there are reports for four-man survive with friends. And if it's not able to distinguish between these and it just automatically adds people to a low prio queue because they camped and tunneled or something like that, as funny as that would be, that's not fair. That's stupid. And to automate a process like that is extremely scary, in my opinion. They talked about an automated ban system a long time ago, and thank God they didn't add that. We were all freaking out about that too, but they rolled back that feature, so we didn't have to end up worrying about it. But leaving a low prio queue in the hands of the community that frankly doesn't even know what to report for, from what I've seen, it might be too much power in the wrong hands. Now, the law of numbers applies, and if it really is a very large amount that has to report them, then probably if you play like a scumbag, some people report you, but not enough to put you in this queue. So this is probably why they're testing it with Fog Whispers right now, because they need to know what that number is to be fair to actually target the cheaters, but not ban people that may just play scummy or something like that. Because, you can play like that if you want to. It's not against the rules. There's no rules being broken. And again, as funny as it would be to punish people for that, that's stupid. You can't do that. On the other side, let's say they don't roll this out for everybody. Let's say they just keep this for a Fog Whisper related thing. Even then, I still can't really think of any downside sort of envy or jealousy, because at the very least, it'll make it so the people that are figureheads of the game, that represent the game, are having a more positive experience, which will give behaviors, on average, more players. So it ends up still being a net positive for the game overall, and it has no real negative effects that I can think of. So as salty as people might be about this, I can't really think of a downside about it. There's also another aspect to this that you have to understand, that people are upset that, Fog Whispers get special treatment. It's not fair. And you need to take a step back in a 30-second life lesson here. No, it's not fair. There are people that are more important than you. That's just how life works. They are, according to behavior, more important in their eyes because they get them more players, therefore more revenue, more cosmetics bought, things like that. Fog Whispers are more important to behavior than the average player. That's just a fact. That's how the world works. You can be upset about it if you want, but you're going to be angry your entire life. There's a reason celebrities don't have to pay when they go in restaurants and stuff like that. Some people are just treated better because they are more beneficial to the person treating them. That's just how life works. So even if this doesn't get spread to everyone else, I still think, as someone that's not a Fog Whisperer, has no affiliation with behavior whatsoever, I get no benefit from this. I still think it's better than nothing, because at least the game will be viewed more positively. Because when a bunch of the big content creators get targeted, articles start being posted, there's more attention drawn to the negativity around cheating. People see the cheating clips that might bring other people to start cheating. It just makes it worse for everybody. So even if only a couple of people this is better for, it's still a better than nothing. So I don't really see how you could possibly complain about this. But let's hope that they do kind of, make the system universal, that everyone can use and that everyone can benefit from, while also not leading to false, low priority queue bans and things like that. So definitely a little interesting topic there. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, this is just a leak so far. That being said, they're right almost every time with their leaks, so this is probably a real thing. But we'll see what they actually do with the feature in the coming months. Thanks for watching.